It is true that it is true. They like you.
Listen, we have had people subscribing here left and right.
There we go. Network issues there. Yeah, bro, we in the woods. Network issues there. Yeah, bro, we in the woods. I should have the camera on Jay's side
Why? I'm not
because it's
listening.
closer to the house. But it's all right. But it's all right. It's a little weak. Let me know if it's grainy. Is it grainy? No, we're good. Looks like we're good. Tabish, you need to send me your address so we can send you some of our new merch that I put together and designed. Bronx Travelers. Let me know what size and what color you like. Since you've been rocking with us since the beginning, bro. Since the beginning, bro. Oh yeah, the fire done started. I'm really afraid of woods because of wrong turn moves. Listen, those movies, you're not off. We came in from the bar the other night, a little tipsy, and boy, them turns in the pitch black. And I don't know if y'all can tell. Oh, y'all saw that thumbnail. The thumbnail is real. That is how we come into where we are. There's bear crossing. No, no, no. There's no bears where we from. So this is adventurous for us. Big time adventure. I know you don't like to be directed on the camera.
No, you could have left it where it was,
Okay.
silly.
All right.
I didn't say anything.
I was just making sure. Sometimes you don't like to be cammed up. Hmm? We're cooking ribs. We were supposed to enter the festival, but due to relaxation levels going on extreme high, we just decided to stay at the site. The festival is going on for the weekend, so.
He said, man, I won't be there. I will scream even if a stick will break.
For real? Yeah, we got your back, bro. And mind you, when it gets dark out here, it is black. You can't see nothing. It's nothing but sounds. So far, we've saw a hummingbird, which is the first time I've ever seen a hummingbird in my life. Has anybody seen a hummingbird in real life? Like in person? We had a hummingbird, canary,
And a yellow butterfly.
a monarch yellow butterfly. An owl visited us last night. We had wolves howling this morning. And I'm not gonna lie, I've seen 100 deer, but I'm a little leery about this bear situation. I'm not gonna lie. For some reason, I feel like I will see a bear out here this time. You know that?
I know what to say.
What do you want to say?
Hey, bear.
That's what they.
That's what you're supposed to say.
Is those the PBS instructions?
No,
No. TikTok. Who said that?
I saw it on YouTube.
On YouTube? UB2B told us. You know, UB2B don't be lying. We've been off all week because we came up here in the middle of the week, and it feels like the weekend all week. You know, you got to literally look at your phone to find out what day it is. Very. Yes. I was talking about yesterday. I went live for about a couple minutes, talking about what this feels like to me. A lot of people talk about a plug. You know, plug into this
Hi, Joanna.
information. Hello, Joanna. Plug into life. Uh, some people call themselves a plug. This here seems to me like the best, most useful human plug, free, and it's abundant. All your sensories go off at the same time throughout the day. Throughout the day, certain things that you wouldn't pay attention to. Now you out here, you hear like you said a crackle in the woods. You pay attention to that. Um, the smells, the colors, all of this is euphoric. We have a stream in the back. Just the sound of the stream when you wake up in the morning.
Hi, baby Rick.
What up, baby Ricky?
Matthew Chank, what do you guys think of death?
Depending on what are you referring to, as far as death, death in general,
Well, one thing's for certain, we're all gonna get it.
eventually,
No one is exempt.
right?
I'm not afraid of it at all. I think we're born and then we're assigned to go.
Like dying.
Yeah.
Um, my closest encounter with death was with my mom back in 2014. I didn't. Um, it wasn't planned. It was very, very sudden. And in the midst of that, my world changed. I I look at death different now than I did before that, because there's nothing like having it an immediate death. Um, I think that just imagine Michael Jackson coming out in the woods tonight with this signature voice. Now I'm not gonna lie, that sounds scary. That does sound scary. I've learned to appreciate life more due to watching my mom. Now she didn't go in an ugly way. She didn't suffer. My mom actually looked very beautiful, but it was just the fact of the unpreparedness. It made me feel that's a burden I don't want to pass on to anyone else. Like taking care of the your body. Spiritually, I believe that we transfer. I do believe in reincarnation. I believe we transfer from one life to another. I don't believe, and this may sound weird to people, um, necessarily in a heaven and hell, because I feel like life in itself can be its own form of hell. So if I had to say, I've lived life enough to know what hell is and what heaven should be for me, if that makes any sense. Have you ever went camping? We're actually camping right now. Do you believe funeral homes and burials are played out as there are better ways to get out instead of just being in a hole? Um, I don't know. Today it kind of depends on budget. It's not as traditional as it used to be. You used to be able to die in your home and you get buried on your land. Um, I look forward to something like that. If I pass, I want to pass where I belong, where my family can bury me. And I, I think big public cemeteries are commercial. They're not honorable. And now they're bringing laws to the cemeteries. You can't bring certain things. You can't celebrate your people the way you feel. And I don't agree with that. Being cremated and in the hole, I said that's financial because when my mom passed, it, it wasn't a choice that I was able to just choose myself. It was due to finances. So I ended up cremating my mom. And honestly, it was a preference because I didn't have my mom in my life physically for so long that that to me was kind of like having her, you know. So I got my mom. She's at home with me. When did we start streaming? About a year ago. No, I can't answer that, Didi. I hope you're watching. Didi, if you're watching, we are in the mountains, not too far from home, just so we don't give too much of a location where we at. But you can put it together. We're about 2 hours away from home, um, but we're way up, so high up that there is no cell service, and the only way I'm streaming right now is through the Wi-Fi. All right, baby Rick, I appreciate you, man. If you're leaving, big fan of cremation for like you continue to, not just for you do in a way. I believe you continue to live through the people who honor you and keep you. You know, um, I have my mom at like an altar. I give her my mom loves sweets, so on her birthday I put a couple of sugar cookies up there. You know, it makes me feel closer to her. Look at her passport, no location, making a move soon. You guys need to go to the post office. The post office will be the fastest way to get your passport. My family is texting me. I'm not sure if they actually are on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube, but I can see her texting, and I can answer her that way. But yeah, we've been busy. I've been making merch, um, traveling. I've had a lot of. This is my season for my patchwork. I have an Etsy shop, and my patches they take up a lot of my time. Sometimes I don't even realize my phone went off. Them ribs smelling good, babe. Them ribs smelling good. What's up, Jose? Where are you at in the world?
It's hot. I don't want to make it too sweet because the barbecue sauce has honey already.
Butter,
Yes,
um, cinnamon.
we don't have cinnamon.
We didn't bring cinnamon.
Nope.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. A lot of butter. It's missing the butter hit. But they're good though. How do you guys plug in? How do you guys recharge? What do you guys do to reset yourselves? Where's my boy Tabish? That was an interesting question, Jose. Appreciate that. You guys have any more questions? Go ahead. Feel free. Shoot them. I love a good convo. Follow Great Indian. That's my boy Tabish, man. He's a beautiful person. He been rocking with us since we started streaming. Don't forget to give me your address, Tabish. Let me see if there's a way if I can inbox you or leave you contact information to get to me so I can send you some merch. I have three different designs that I've finished so far. I'm quite proud of them. What I've done is I started making cartoons of my grandchildren. So this one here is the Juicy edition. This is my first son's son. Reset watch is traveling active communication with the toxic. Yes. Where we at now, I pick and choose because there's no cell service and because it's on a Wi-Fi signal. You have to be selective on what you're running. For example, we there's no TVs here, so we run our entertainment off a projector, which is off of Wi-Fi. So if the Wi-Fi is running off the projector, both of us can't run our cell phones at the same time off the Wi-Fi. For some reason, it just start pausing up what we're watching. So we'll cut the cell phones off so we can watch what we want to watch. And you don't normally do that at home. That's something you don't really do at home. That phone ring, you'll pause it, answer the phone. Just the whole enjoyment is different. Last one I left for my girlfriend. She was really, bruh. I can tell you about some toxic women. I can tell you about some toxic women. Hold on. Let me pull up the camera. Uh, and get it real with you real quick, bro. I have 7 children, 4 different baby mamas. Well, children's mothers. I can't say baby mamas because my kids ain't babies. 4 different children's mothers, and now 5 grandchildren. Each of the women, I've married one of the women. The last one I had a child with, I married her. Divorced now. It was a bad look. Um, Toxic. I've had verbally abusive, mentally abusive, physically abusive, narcissistic, um, flat out liars. And if you're a gentleman or a person that has love in mind in their future, yo, you will sit around in that relationship and not even realize you're being played, hurt, until you are out of the rent cycle. Me and Jay, throughout a lot of my relationships, Jay's been there since I was 15. Well, when we were 15, we went to junior high school together. So a lot of the stuff I was going through, this was my best friend. I would share a lot of that with her. Like, yo, why do these girls do this? Why do they, trying to get some understanding. And for the most part, Jade thought more like, I'm not gonna say like a man, but she understood the male perspective, you know? And it's not something that you find every day. You know what I mean? And in our communication, it gave me a freedom, because it's like, I don't have any sisters, so she was that release for the male questions. Yo, why do girls do this? Why do girls do that? We never looked at each other as partners or lovers or anything like that. It's just, this my bestie, you know. And that one day I came back home, everything looked different to the both of us. We should have honestly, um, if you got somebody in life that you had all your life and they know you better than the average person, don't be ignorant and not give yourself a chance of even giving the option of, I might deserve it. We might deserve that. Two best friends can actually make it if their agenda is the same. I wanted more out of life. Jay wanted more out of life. And what we were getting back from people was um, property ownership. You know, I don't want to be somebody's property. I wanted to be someone's partner. Um, the man. You know, sometimes you get some females that are too masculine. What up, baby Rick? Girlfriend was, some of them was just too masculine. You know, and don't know how to let a man be a man, or know how to communicate with a man that is capable of being sensitive. You don't do that to a person. You don't do that to anybody. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's it.
So we gotta go to the back.
Okay, right now.
That the ribs are done.
Okay, I gotta start it.
You gotta pick up all this crap too.
What crap?
The car keys. That.
We're gonna come back out here, aren't we? You
So
said
you
you
just
wanted to
wanna
eat it.
put them there and come back?
No, I'm gonna put them there, cook. This ain't gonna move. Nobody's gonna touch none of this. All right, I'll put my lighter in my pocket. Hopefully the connection will stay when I get to the back. The Red Hood. What is this? Okay. How much does that cost? The Red Hood. Oh, got it from Amazon. You got it from Amazon. Put you guys right here from right now. Oh. Tighten this up. Maximum people have a narcissistic personalities, but there is a reason for them being narcissistic due to their childhood issues. There's a theory that supports it. I believe that. I 100% believe that. Okay, here we go. Oh, it was proposed by Ford. Experience and stages of human development. The first stage of development for the person is going through it must be related to thriving, lack of potential. Makes sense. Makes sense. And I believe also it depends on the individual and how they filter what has happened, which has a lot to do with will. Give me 1 second. Let me run in and grab something to clean off this grill with. All right, I'm back. Now, where is... Tabish, you a cool brother, man. If nobody ever tell you, never ever told you, I'm telling you. You a cool brother, man. Okay. Thank you, my guy. And as New Yorkers, New Yorkers are very fickle. We're very funny people. We don't pump with everybody, but expect people to pump with us, which is an arrogant way of looking at life, which is why I'm glad I left. So I can, and it wasn't even my choice. Universe did what it did and handed me the cards that it handed me, and I've made the best out of it, you know? They say that give you lemons, you make lemonade. Well, you can call me the lemonade man with the lemonade stand. Let me sit you up over here. Boom. Oh, quick, 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 real quick. Yeah, he's still going crazy on the tariff war. This is what the back looks like. That's the water that you guys hear. Listen, that guy is going crazy, bro. Tariffs is to the point now where everybody is stock holding or hoarding because of it or not shopping at all. I've seen a spike in sales by big markets trying to get people back to buying again. It's all a money grab, bro. It's all of it's a money grab. I have no respect for any of it. None. As a businessman, um, politics, people need to do what I see in other countries. That is stand up for your country. Um, get into it with the government. Let them know you don't appreciate stuff. I see that from other countries, left and right, man. Protests, pickets, even if they got to get rough with them. You know what I'm saying? United States just rolls over for the next price cut or next check. I'm not gonna sit around and wait for a check from somebody. I'm, I don't think that's real. You know, bailout. I don't feel like that's real. And that tariff war can turn into a civil war because a lot of people here are turning against each other. No, I'm gonna say it's 50-50. Where we are right now, it's very diverse, but it's politically diverse. We had a conversation with some people about the area, um, and they were both black and white in the room, and we got mixed reviews. It was interesting to hear certain people suggest us an area, and it was due to our color. Um, but there was a gentleman who looked like me and asked me, "Well, what's your budget?" And I told him. He said, "Well, you don't want to send them over there, So finances, politics, everything takes play in your everyday. If you don't ask the right questions to the right people, you don't remain vigilant, you keep your head in the swivel, you liable to be given anything or put in a place where people think you should be. And I'm totally against that. Totally against that. You're not gonna put me in a box. They get involved with every issue because of politics. That's their way of keeping some type of extra funds. This is why the tariff war is the way it is. There's tariffs of deals. Yes. And that hate is due to ignorance. Social media and the algorithm. Depending on whatever it is that you believe in, the algorithm is going to feed it to you. And that just enhances the ignorance. Oh yeah, hold on. I'm gonna put it on just like that.
That's how you want to cook them?
For now, yeah.
Okay.
Because they have to cook through. All right. Thank you very much. I need a paper plate, babe. Let me get a paper plate so I can lay my tools on them. You hear me? And you know what else may want? I want the rest of that barbecue sauce when you got it right there. Bring it with you. Put my skills to the test, them.
This is for that.
All
So you
right.
can also cover it.
Okay.
And here's the barbecue sauce.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold
I
on.
was gonna wait for it to cook first, then add another layer.
No, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, 'cause that's how I make them.
Okay. Yeah. That's
Here.
what the same thing. The same thing.
I'm working on the corn now.
All right. All right. All right. I am back. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's all a money grab, bro. It's a money grab. Depending on where you are in the pendulum of life, depends on how you are going to turn out on the other side. No, actually, I just put it on. I just put it on. We smoking already, brother. Look at that. Got a little pop and sizzle, pop and sizzle. We boiled the ribs while we went in town. Then came back in, boil and let them boil for a little while longer. Season them joints up. Slapped a little of that slather on there. You understand what I'm saying? I got that Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. And actually, I want it real low. I don't want it real high. Yeah. You hear that snapping and popping in there, man? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, let that get in there, get a little warm. Cook it on the inside parts for about a good 15. And throw some more of that good sweet baby Ray's on back on there, you know what I'm saying? You would think I was from the bayou somewhere, bro. This barbecue I be doing. But yeah, that's good. Am I clear? Am I still clear? I have to keep checking, and the Wi-Fi here is spotty sometimes. I had to reposition it so we can get a better connection. Yesterday it was horrible. It was horrible yesterday. Okay, good to go. So Tadish, the girl, how old was she? And what was your last straw? 29? Mm, was she a mature 29? I'm gonna wait till you answer the other question. I don't want to overlap. Really? You can't be with a woman 24 hours? What type of? I need some background on that. I need some explanations on that, bro. That's different. I never heard that before. Is that like your own condition? Or you just haven't found a woman that can keep your attention longer than 24 hours? That's interesting. I know. I wish Jay was here for that because she was like, "What?" I'm sure she could. She's looking in the comments. But yeah, Tabi, she got to explain that, bro. Yo, these are Tibetan shorts, man. I copped them yesterday. Got you. So you need somebody that's in your profession or understands your profession enough to be able to give you the respective time and work. For example, Jay works from home, and I do tattoos. Um, Initially, with the stigma that with a tattoo artist, it's like you get to see all kinds of body parts, man. It's someone to understand myself. Yes, yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Um, there's a stigma that comes with tattoo artists. You guys see titties and girls are flirting and all this stuff, right? Which it 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 is true to a certain extent, but it's not the whole career. Um, I'm very professional when it comes down to tattooing, and I feel like it's like going to see a dentist. You know what I'm saying? You make an appointment. This is surgery. It's mild surgery, and I take it very, very serious. So much that I've seen so many body parts is it's nothing to me. And Jay had to see that for herself to get not only where I stand in the tattoo world, but what tattoo world looks like personally, you know, because TV and all that stuff, it'll set you wrong. It'll set you in the wrong place.
That smells amazing.
It do, don't it?
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
what
I
did I
got
do?
you. Ain't do nothing. Come on, baby. Me and Tabisha having relationship conversations
Okay.
because the girl he was with was 29
Mm-hmm.
and she didn't understand his work ethic. So he had to get rid of her.
That's a red flag because obviously she doesn't have work ethic. If you have work ethic, then you understand it.
But do you know there's some people who don't get when you don't have time for them? What I was telling you about how me and you were with me, you learning about me being a tattoo artist,
Mm-hmm.
and with the stigma with the tattoo artist at first, until you got to see it for yourself, it was like, wait a minute, well, he doesn't treat it the way how other people treat it.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead, give your standpoint on it. Like
About what?
me tattooing,
You're very professional about it.
and it could be
And
taken in a
it can be, but at this point, I don't care about outside behavior because sometimes the outside behavior is one way, but what matters is how you're treating it.
right,
Because anyone can come along and flirt or whatever. It's how you handle it and your professionalism.
right, and that's what I was talking about. Involved in surgical procedures, I need calm relaxation, and I can't. Bro, you need another surgeon. You need to team up with somebody else who's in your field. They would know, or even a nurse. So it's somebody whose time isn't as consumed as yours. Who else in the medical field would understand a surgeon? Other than like another surgeon. You know what I mean? Somebody in the hospital.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, you're really right.
Hmm?
You're really right. You match your dress.
This is orange.
No, it's matching. Look, it looks red in the camera.
I like
I do too.
it. Hmm?
I do too.
I'm so hungry. I can't wait to eat.
So I gotta put some sauce on the other side, man. Alright, where were we? Where were we? Alright, we got 4 people in the room. You know, I need someone who understands what it feels like to have a human under your hand. Yes. How is it even possible for one to say that you don't want to talk because you're avoiding it and you are flirting others? Their view on attention and our view on attention is different. I'm not listening
It
to
also
such shit.
depends on the age group too.
Yeah, well, yeah, that too.
You have to look at the age group.
Well, she was 29, so she doesn't have that far on that spectrum of uh, what love looks like. You know what I mean? I recommend you before you get into a full conversation. Well, not conversation. A full relationship with a female. Good mothers, boy. Um, ask them this question. Can I? This is an infamous question that I ask to everybody, and 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get this response. It's gonna be a stutter like and yeah. Once they stutter, believe that stutter is real. They can't answer the question honestly. So from that point on, it's up to you. It would be a Russian roulette. But ask the woman, if you were handed the man that you were asking for, could you keep him? And that's when the is gonna come in. And then 9 times out of 10, they're gonna say yeah, but that stutter is the answer. If they stutter, No, bro. If they proceed to take their time to answer that question, listen carefully. Because the answer to that question gives you exactly who that person is. Exactly who they are. Just imagine it's like a joke. Me flirting with the patient who was under. I get it. I get it. But a lot of the stuff we go through, it comes from who we choose. I can safely say that. A lot of the stuff I went through is because of the person that I chose. And I knew it was a project. So, you know how women have a tendency to put their list on the line and say, this is what I want out of a relationship, this is what I need from a man? Do that. Men don't do that. Men just kind of mold around the expectations of a woman. No, don't do that. Don't do that. And where you are in life, bro, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't bend. You have an excellent career. You have an excellent future ahead of you, and I wouldn't. I wouldn't. So I wouldn't sacrifice that either for somebody who
Get
wants
off me.
to change me or just is begging for attention, not understanding my position. So you were 100% right for walking away from that. I wish I was that wise earlier in years. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. You should see characteristics of, um, how could I word this? Protection. Protection that you wouldn't even think of for yourself. So, for example, like, if your family member does something in the presence of the person that you're dating and they get pissed off more than you, that's a good choice. That's an excellent choice. Because sometimes you're so ignorant to your family, you don't realize you're being played. And that person is loving you enough to tell you, like, no, your loved ones don't love you like I love you. And you need that in life. You do.
I'm gonna cook the torn. Then I'm gonna put it in yum yum and bring it here. Okay.
Okay.
Torn.
You go ahead, put it in the torn. Actually, I need a piece of yum yum to put on top.
Okay, I'll bring it right now.
Okay.
And I want to take a picture of that.
Okay.
I'll come back. All you need is the yum yum.
I got it on low. It's what we on 350. No, we on 450. We good though. I'm about to put some more on there in about 5 minutes.
You want a spoon?
Yeah, yeah. No, no, I got the bottle, man. I'm caveman style. You lucky I don't just take a piece of napkin and sop it on there like I was from the country. Where my boy from Texas? Texas, you still in here? Y'all make good Q in Texas. I was stationed in Fort Sill, Oklahoma, right outside of Houston. At a MOS school, 0811s, Cannon Cock is blowing stuff up. Thank you, my love.
It smells so good. Wait, I'm gonna get push before you do anything.
Wait, let me turn them over.
Today was a good day to go sunbathing.
took it?
Huh?
You took it?
Yeah.
I want them to bake like that for a
Yeah, I
little
want it
bit.
done well, and I want some char.
Mm-hmm. At the very last minute, I put them joints on that flame, then char up a little bit, put that up in there. You understand me?
Yeah, I understand you.
Understand me? Do you disagree with what I'm saying so far?
Not at all.
We've had a couple people jump in and jump out, jump in and jump out.
He said, I
Oh,
will invite you
yeah.
both to my home.
We would come. We would definitely come. I'd be honored. I'm honored for the invitation. Thank you. And if you ever in the States, bro, definitely look us up. We can meet in the city, in New York City. We can meet in Canada, because we done got real frequent with Canada, bro. Love Canada. Love Canada. If you ever been, you would love it. It's like New York City, but cleaner. In certain areas. Well, Toronto, anyway. But there's nice little places all throughout Canada. Or you come to the city and get some of that New York life, get some New York food, pizza, all that good stuff. Fatten you up with some New York food. The young kids call them glizzies, but I still call it a hot dog. Get off my drink. What is that? Yeah, B. The bug was getting drunk off my drink. That must be good. Nature want a sip. How long we been on? Almost an hour. I think we're gonna sign off after an hour, so we got just under 7 minutes. That bug was trying to get a little everything. Give me a hit and a drink. Get a little hot in the spot. You travel much, Tabish? With your schedule, you probably can, huh? Or could you transfer to like other hospitals to not intern, but just like you know how nurses travel? Can you travel? When we link, nah, I just wanna have free time. I don't need that. Got you, got you. Man, you in that prime time of your life, B. I'm envious of that. You got a good career going on. You got sense when it comes down to relationships because there was crazies that I should have let go and I didn't. So I commend you on that shit. Real talk. How you feeling over there, love?
Enjoying the sun.
Now, I was about to say, you trying to get a little bit of that color for this brother. Gonna rub your feet later?
You better do it.
Listen, woman. When I say I'm gonna rub your feet, I rub your feet. Only time I don't is when you fall asleep before me. Yeah. There's people around us. There's not many. There are people around us.
No, you hear it that way because that's coming from the
Yeah,
creek.
we're in the creek where there's a valley, so it echoes. It echoes. At night,
You haven't showed that?
no, I did show it briefly, but at night, you can hear a whisper from across the damn creek. Listen, I might have to get my zapper. I'm seeing skeetos out here. Sir, don't do the skeeters, man. I do everything else.
Do you want me to get it for you?
Nah, I get it. I get it.
I have to get something inside.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
All right. These words smell like everything. True. In your woods or woods, period? And I think it depends on the individual, how they take it in. Um, on my birthday, the morning of my birthday, which was the 6th, um, we were sitting out here, and I was talking to my daughter about my mom that passed. And this is interesting that baby Rick had brought up, no, Jose had brought up about death. We were talking about my mom, and out the, I can't even say out the corner of my eye because I was looking directly in the direction, and out of nowhere, a hummingbird came out. And I've never in my life seen a hummingbird in no time. You know what I mean? It was the most sign that I could receive. Like, my mom was a prankster, and I'm so detail oriented that to me it was the most perfect way of saying, I'm here. And I teared up. I didn't boohoo cry, but I embraced the moment. And coming from the Bronx, B, I don't think that we're built to release those emotions when you're supposed to. We're not. Even with my kids, B, um, I didn't become really affectionate until later with them. I didn't know how. I didn't have that as a kid, but I knew it was needed. You know, I knew it was needed. And when I did develop
The
it,
torn is done.
I was uh, released from a habit that I knew didn't, it wasn't right, you know? It wasn't right. So these plugs coming out here is big for me. I think it's big for anybody who's used to a concrete jungle. You need to ground sometimes. And this right here is the perfect plug. The perfect plug. I can filter who I talk to, what I want to do, when I want to do it. Yeah, I'm willing to trade this life. I mean, the city life, the hustle and bustle, the responsibility for everyone. I'm ready to trade that all in, man. Simple. I got plants. I like gardening. And since my kids is gone, I'm happy with doing that. Me and my woman like to travel. We love to eat. Shit. That's life. That's living. That's living. I don't need to be rich. I don't want to be rich. Um, I DJ for a long time. I've done music. I've been on stage. I've been on the radio. but I've never wanted to be famous because I just I can't sell. I won't sell. Not I can't. I won't sell. I won't sell myself to the mundane or the statistic. I turned down a record deal from BMI, and to this day I'm proud of that decision. Jay sings. Before me and Jay leave this planet, her and I gonna put a couple tracks together because I've always wanted a partner that understands. Kind of like with you and the surgery. When you're doing music and you're in the studio, or no, it's not even or. The studio is the home. It's the hub where you write, you create. You will listen to a track 100 times, and if you have to listen to it 101 to come up with one more bar, it's what it takes for the creation. And if a person doesn't understand the dedication that you have to your craft, they will they will hinder your creation, man. They will hinder your hand. They will hinder your mic. They will hinder your emotion in a way where you won't perform at your best. So I completely understand what you mean. I've done so many different things in my life that I'm full. Peace is the last piece that I'm missing. I've done everything. I can sit here for hours and tell you the shit that I've done. The one thing I have never done is rest.
You doing it now?
Yeah, B, and I love it. I take multiple naps like I'm 80. And I ain't even bad. I'm not even bad. Yes. Why do you ask? He asked, do you remember the story of Adam and Eve? Oh, you watching? I think
Do
this is
I
gonna,
ever?
I think this is going to get interesting. Tavish.
Tavish, don't come out and say, don't blame the woman. I'm just saying, please. You're doing wonderful, okay? The moral of the story is different to everyone. For me, is to be cautious, even when you're curious. You know how kids, you can tell a child a million times, don't do it, but their curiosity is grand. So they do it anyway rather than be cautious about it. You have to be cautious in life. They say that Eve bit the apple. I don't like to say an apple. It's something that she did that she wasn't supposed to, for one. Two, in life you should have a partner. You should never leave your woman behind. Because we go according to the story, she was alone
And the
while Adam
serpent,
was tending different
and
things.
the serpent whispered to her.
Enticed her.
Yes.
She got curious because she spent too much time alone, thus having a partner. You should be walking together side by side. And when a moment comes, you can fill in the blank, and your partner will say, "Hey, no, don't do that," and vice versa.
In my opinion, it is a story.
He
Yes.
said, "Well, Eve was not. No, girlfriend was not cautious. She was not cautious. She was bored, honey."
No, no, no. All right. In my opinion, in real life, because we are experiencing real life, right? I say that the flaw is in the unit of them too, because me now being in a relationship with a unit, I know that my woman wouldn't be enticed by a serpent without having the conversation with me first,
Mhm.
or bring me to the serpent so she
So
can
we can
allow me
converse
to
with it. Yeah.
experience what she experienced. And that's what's lacking in the story. The unit. As a real
Cut it
person.
out, Tavish. You guys are not suffering. Cut it out.
She was
He
curious.
said.
I said, let her to do something like that. And for that, and then Adam suffered. And now, yeah, that's a good one.
Well, technically, Us women are suffering too because we have to carry your babies for 9 months and in pain push it out.
She
So we're
she
kind of
she
suffering
got a
too.
good point there, bro. She got a good point there. But y'all
Ho-
both do. It
However,
depends. It's
I
in the
will
eye
agree
of the
with you
beholder. It's in the eye of
that,
the beholder.
huh?
It's in the eye of the beholder.
It's not a beholder, but I will agree to one thing. There's not many good women left. I think there's a lot of damaged men or hurt men because of women who don't know how to support a good man.
Yeah.
But this is the way I grew up. My dad, excellent man to my mom. So I know what a woman
A woman's
looks
real
like.
performance looks like.
Right.
Right.
And my grandmother, I come from a long line of women who married men who were from junior high schools or high school. They were together as kids and they're still with the same man. So that says a lot.
I get it.
He'll agree, said. I also know that because I grew up in a religious background.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And honestly, that's the unit that I'm talking about. You have to find somebody on your same intellectual plane that to be able to know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yo, so much so that y'all can talk across the room and not say a word.
And you say what?
Talk across the room and not say a word.
Hmm. Oh, yeah, all the time.
We do that. And what's crazy is we didn't realize we were doing that as friends. We could finish each other's thoughts, sentences. Um, we've apologized to each other for other people's mistakes that we didn't even do, but just because we felt for each other. It was like I felt compelled to apologize to her for the shit that other men had did because I knew you wasn't gonna get those words from them. You know what I'm saying? So for you, you need to hear that. You deserve to hear that from somebody. You know, and she did the same.
No, Eve was never forgiven. She had to take what she did. Metaphorically, going along with the story, she had to take her punishment. And when she was punished, unfortunately,
No,
so
yeah,
was he.
I was about to say
Because
that
it
that was
says,
her analogy
and
for.
I quote, by the sweat of the brow, by the sweat of your brow, you have to toil the ground. So because of her, he got messed up in the process. Go for the question. I'm listening.
I like Tyrese.
Question loading in three, two, one. Women always bring these pregnancy issues. Well,
Wait for the question. I
mm-hmm,
think that's the lineup.
okay,
So the topic is pregnancy.
mm-hmm, so far.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say I wouldn't say an issue that just comes with it because
No, I agree because that's something that we don't as men don't have to go through.
to hide and skip the answers.
No, she
Oh no,
answered.
no,
She
no,
answered.
no! I think he's saying in general. I don't
Oh
think he's
yeah,
saying me.
yeah.
No, I will answer any question. I'm a very intelligent woman, and religion, I can tell you a lot about it as well.
And honestly, that's one that we really can't argue.
No, there's no argument because if this is the story, that's the story, and we're going according to that. You can't add nor take away. It is what it is.
Yeah. I'm at 400 degrees.
Where do you see that?
Right there in the gauge.
A little past it, yeah.
Okay.
According to that.
This must be a long question. Patiently waiting.
Hmm?
Patiently waiting.
There's 4 people in the room. Why is Tabish the only one talking? Who else is in the room? Reveal yourself now.
I think some people are watching that are not subscribed to YouTube. I think Dee Dee and Lance watch, and they're not actually subscribed to YouTube.
The question is, if you and other humans know that women are carrying babies in their womb, so God knows it better, right? But the point is, it's still been women who did the mistake, and so Adam. Yes, I have to agree with that. This is why I said, regardless of what, that's the story.
Right. But
You
her
can't.
answer was yes, she does agree with you. The man
Yeah.
suffers. But there is a point where their suffering is not hand in hand. They have hand in the suffering, is what she's saying. And I kind of agree with that to a certain extent because they do something that we can't do, bro. They reproduce. They carry that baby for 9 months plus sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And in doing so, that's a that's a supernatural thing for me. Seeing that for myself, 7 different times. Well, not 7 different times because I had triplets, but I saw it in different ways. And I've conceived children on multiple contraceptives, condom, pill, the shot. It's a miracle what a woman's body can do and what they endure to do that. So I agree. Like, yeah, we suffer as men dealing with them, but there's certain parts of life that they deal with physically that we will never understand. And is that a fair trade? I don't think it's a fair trade. I think it comes with the territory, if that makes any sense. Would you agree?
Except Mary, she gave birth to Jesus. Yes.
Again, agree. Tabisha got deep on us today.
Mm-hmm.
I like that because a lot of people need to know where people stand sometimes and have the balls to even ask the question. I commend you for asking and having the conversation. It's very sensitive to certain people, not to us though.
No, because many people don't know how to have conversations.
Without
For
forcing,
one, without having the knowledge, but arguing with you about it.
yeah.
Like if it's someone who doesn't know the story of Adam and Eve or have their own opinion of it, you're not going to give a proper answer.
Or if you don't know, say you don't know and be willing to accept the information that's given after that.
A lot of people don't do that.
No, they don't. They don't. They don't. A lot of people don't
Rather
want
than
it.
saying educate me or put me
Yeah.
on, whatever, fill in the blank. No.
A lot of people don't want that information.
Mm-mm.
They don't want it. I welcome all information from
Yeah.
everyone. Let me check on our needs because my baby's ready to eat. You smell that?
That's a lot of barbecue sauce.
No, it's not.
Oh, yeah,
I
it's
got
getting
it.
charged.
Yeah, baby,
I
relax.
don't.
Relax, baby. I told you I got this, baby. Relax, yeah. I know what you like, baby. I know how you like your meat.
Mm.
You hear?
Yes, I heard.
Got that good, nice char right there. You understand me? I guarantee. Don't worry. I'm nappy. Don't worry, I'm nappy. Is a little song I wrote. I'm not Jamaican, but I like the tote. Don't worry, I'm happy. It's about time to sign off. Yeah. All right, you guys. What kind of ribs are you making?
I believe those are beef ribs.
Beef ribs.
I mean, which animal?
Cow.
This one, moo.
Cow. Nice, good beef ribs. With some sweet patatas. What's that?
Oh yeah, we do that. We definitely do
Yeah.
that.
Yes, we do.
And we also drink a lot of tea
Yeah.
because of tip. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Listen, we don't trust a lot of American meat. We don't trust a lot of American products at all. So you're 100% right. We have been on that. We have definitely been on that. My man. I appreciate you, Tavish. Everyone who has come here and watched us. If you haven't already, smash that subscribe button so you can keep up with us as we keep up with you. Hit a like if you feel it in your spirit. Leave a comment if you feel something that you need to say. And with that, you know our slogan. You holler for $1 from your mama tomorrow. Deuces. Peace out, Tabish.